Thanksgiving is a week away, and as I sit back and reflect, I think about all the things that I am grateful for. And I know, everybody's going to be talking about this over the next couple weeks, and yes, I am joining that bandwagon, I guess. But I was really sitting back thinking about the different things that I am thankful for, and I wanted to share those things with you here on the Cultivating Calmness podcast this week. So join me as I kind of reflect and share some of my thoughts and lessons learned over the last year or so. So as a therapist, there are many things that can bring me joy and sadness in my day-to-day life. And there's your typical things that we start to reflect on and become thankful for, over Thanksgiving, which is, our family, our friends, the turkey, the pie, those things, and time, and maybe what we've been gifted or have, our homes and our salaries and all of those types of things. Yes. And all of those things are important. And yes, I am grateful for all of those things. But, this year, I've been building my business, my private practice over the last several years. I, changed business names about a year and a half or so in, or I lose track of time at this point. We're about year 4. So I think about 2 years in, changed to what I am now, 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀𝗀𝑊ellness. And that kind of set things back and feeling like we're, really getting into the swing of things. But it can be, really hard in small business world to get clients, especially in a therapy world, with the economy and how things are that way. Not taking insurance, it can make things difficult. And those are things that make kind of that gratitude and finding things that we're thankful for to be harder sometimes. And all those things are happening. It is hard, but I am grateful to be able to see the clients that I do. And for clients who have, just the clients in general, the clients that I have seen over the years. I don't know about most therapists, but, I'm assuming it's the same for a lot of us that, I have clients that just stick with me. People that I have had, that I had a maybe really strong connection with, or we sat through a lot of hard topics and talks and discussions and work, and they really stick with me, and I can picture their name and I can picture their face today, even though maybe they were several years ago. And then I have clients now who, the people that I see now will come to mind at different times. Last week I talked about going to craft shows. Well, I may see items where I go, "Ooh, I see that item," and it makes me think of a particular client because I know they like those things. And just like family, when I see certain items. Now, as a therapist, I'm not buying items for them, but I am reminded of certain people, and I am thankful for them. I'm thankful for them trusting me with their stories, because most of the people that come to see me have a lot of heavy stuff that they've got going on. They, a lot of trauma history and things that are hard to talk about, and they may be embarrassed to bring them up. I've had several clients, even just recently, that put off therapy for a long time because they were afraid of what would come up, afraid of how they would feel, afraid of judgment, if there's a fear out there, they probably had it, you name it, they experienced it. And yet they spoke with me, they found me, they trusted me to tell me their story and to talk about it. And, I am eternally grateful for that. I want to hear your stories, and I want to help you through those things. So I am really thankful for those clients who have shared their deepest, darkest memories and experiences and time with me and trusted me with them. And for the lessons they've taught me. Clients teach me lessons, things that I haven't learned, lessons in resilience, seeing people go through so many difficult things, but coming back day after day, week after week, month after month, and pushing and wanting and striving to be better because they know they can, because they know the possibility is out there. That is just, it's amazing sometimes to hear people's stories and to know that they've been through so much and yet are still going and still trying. And I commend you for that. And I am grateful for you, and for, hearing your stories and being with me. And for my colleagues. So, I host luncheons, and I'm grateful for the people who continually come and support me in that. And it's not a big money-making scheme by any means. It's usually, I don't make much money, if anything, on my luncheons. It's really just to bring people together. So when people are coming and people are willing to present at one of my luncheons, I am grateful for you and sharing your expertise, not with just me, but with the community, and trusting that we are going to support you, and you trusting that your presentation and your knowledge are going to be shared and wanted and appreciated. And they are. I try to find topics that are interesting to me, but also interesting to the people that are coming. And, sometimes I pick topics or find people that aren't of interest to many people. And sometimes we have people presenting on things that many people are really interested in. And that's, I think, just the great thing about having so many different types of clinicians out there who specialize in many different things, that you have a lot to share with the world. And I appreciate you trusting me with the bringing you to the community. And, as being kind of newly elected as the president of COCA, Central Ohio Counseling Association. I'm meeting new people on the board and hearing their stories and learning where they've come from and how they can support me and I can support them. And it's definitely a learning experience. So I appreciate their patience with me, and them helping me to do my job and to help the organization to grow. I'm really grateful for every one of them, and learning our different personalities and how we can mesh and blend and work together, because it's not easy. I've watched my husband be on multiple boards and seen him, negotiate relationships with people and interact and how to get things done. And now I'm really experiencing that myself. I've worked on a team and experienced that, but leading a team and being, in charge and having to organize things is not always easy. And when you learn people's backgrounds and interactions, not everybody always, sees eye to eye. And that's with any organization anywhere. And being able to bring people together and do that and learning as you go. Definitely not an expert in that by any means. And I learn as I go, and I've made mistakes, and hopefully, won't make too many, but I think that's part of the learning process. And I'm grateful for my colleagues who have bared with me and helped me and supported me in all these endeavors, and hopefully continue to support what I promote and what I do, not only from like a therapy side, but from a business side. And whether that's with referrals or attending, a luncheon or coming to an event that, COCA has going on, all of those things mean a lot to me. And I am really thankful for all of the people that I have met. If I didn't host these luncheons, I probably wouldn't meet the people that I'm meeting. So I'm really grateful for that. And I've met a lot of really awesome therapists and clinicians out in the community in Ohio, not just Central Ohio, but sometimes even further. So I'm grateful for all of them. And the last person that I want to publicly thank is my husband. And he is the backbone. He is the person, behind the camera. He is the person that does all of my business support and social media support. And, he's the one who helps me do all the things that I do. And really, if I didn't have him and he wasn't the person doing all those things, I would be drowning. I don't know how some of you out there are doing all of it yourselves. I guess I would probably figure it out, but it would be hard. And I probably rely on him too much and don't do things because I know he's going to do them. And, so I could do better with that. But I am really very grateful for him and all of the things that he has provided. He has helped me create my office and kind of designed it and put it together. This kind of studio that you see and everything here, that was something that he helped to create and make happen. Mine would have probably looked a lot different and been more on a whim and not purposeful. Those are some of his skills that he's really good at. And I am grateful that he has done those things for me, and I don't always say those things. So I want him to know, thank you to my husband who does all of the background stuff. If you've attended my luncheons, he is there. He's the one running the sound and making sure things are going smoothly and helping set up and doing all the technology. I come and do the other touches and the introductions and the socializing, and he does all the background. Again, I don't know what I would do without him. I don't think, things would run as smoothly. They definitely wouldn't look as nice and look as put together. So he is somebody that does those things, and he's awesome at it, in my opinion. And sometimes it annoys me, how good he is and how, you may say anal retentive he could be about things. But, I know all of those things are for my benefit, for my business benefit, our business. This is a joint, a deal. I do the therapy stuff and he does the background stuff that helps everything grow. So I am very thankful that I have him, that he pushed me to open the business and get things started. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here today doing this if he hadn't been the one to kind of be behind me, driving me to be able to do it. So I thank him for everything that he has given me and the ways he's supported me throughout my career. I wouldn't be here without him. So I really thank him. So this holiday season, I just want you to think about, who are you most thankful for over this last year? What are some of the things that you've learned from your job, your home, your experiences, your family, your friends, any of those things? You've probably learned things, good and bad, had positive and negative experiences, and reflecting on those, can shape you, your outlook, where you're going, and where you go from here. And with that being said, I wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey and for watching my podcasts and following my social media. If you're a client coming to see me, if you're just a friend and a colleague, thank you so much for being there for me. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and continuing to grow with you in this field. And I hope to have many, many more years of growing and collaborating with all of you together some more. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving next week. We will not have a podcast next week, so thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you in a couple of weeks.